Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm doing my Avid tutorial for Math SOL review. So, so okay. So my question is, how do you solve a question like this, and what strategies can you use to figure it out? Um, so I'll write the question on the board. Okay, so for the question, it's the original price of the scarf is $26, not including tax. And the scarf is on sale for 3/4 of the original price. I want to know like what's a good strategy to like answer a question like this, because there's a lot of questions like this and like they're all formatted kind of the same. So
Okay, just to clarify what the question is looking for, does it want to know the price of the scarf after the reduction in price?
yeah.
Okay, so important to make sure we know that when we're trying to help you get to the endpoint. All right, does anybody have a strategy that they could suggest so that she could find her new scarf price after the adjustment for the sale?
What about like changing the fractions into decimals or percents to like make it all the same? So you could try turning the fraction of the sale into a decimal.
Okay, so a decimal, you said?
Yeah.
So if it's taking like if it's taking that amount off of the original price, like it, I know it wouldn't be multiplication, like it wouldn't be addition or like multiplication, right? To like if you're taking stuff off of it.
What do you have, Ebenezer?
I would say maybe you should multiply the price. If you just add it, it's just gonna add 75 cents, and that's not really what they use in sale.
So I should multiply it.
Yeah. Oh.
So but Ebenezer, why do you multiply instead of like dividing or adding or like?
Because if you divide, then if you divide with the decimal, then it's just gonna go higher because since it's not a whole number. And if you add, it's not really like actually like what they mean. It's not if you just add $26 and 76 cents. That's not really what they mean by the sale. And if you multiply, it'll go lower for the price, and then after that, it'll show the expectations of what the price really is.
Okay. Do I like? Should I like multiply it on the board? Or like?
You can't. Or would you like us to help you with the calculator over here? Okay. I'm just going to validate it to make sure. $19.50.
So
So there's another strategy that we could use that we've been working on a lot lately. Do you guys remember when you, in your word problem, when you see is and of, does that make you think of a different strategy? Proportions, right? Could we have set that up as a proportion also?
Yes.
How would you set up the proportion if you were going to do that, just as a different strategy?
So if we're setting it up as a proportion,
Remember, it's
The
always
percent?
helpful to label your proportions. So do to the left, maybe write is over of. Okay.
that's like my key to like making proportions.
Okay.
So the percent in the equation would be 3/4, right? Because that's you're taking
When you converted it, it became
75%.
75, right? Good. So where would that go in your proportion? Okay. And because it's over 100, do you need that decimal? And when it's a percentage, what always goes on the bottom? Good.
And then
And so now what are we going to put on the left side of the proportion?
I think 26 on the top and then X on the bottom
Is 75 part of 100?
part.
Okay, and so which part is the whole of that second?
26,
So the 26 is whole, and on your right side of your proportion, what's the whole?
100.
So remember, you have to keep the whole on the same part. Good. And then to solve something like that, what method are we going to use?
Cross multiplication. So
So, oops, 20, pause for one moment. Guys, do you see anything that she might need a little bit of redirection on? Everybody look at the way she cross multiplied. Oh, what do you have, Mason? You have your hand up, hon.
X times 100 would be like 100x.
oh
Yeah, remember, that's why we're doing that butterfly or cross multiply method, right? It's hard when you're at the board sometimes. Sometimes you don't do it the same way you would sitting at your desk. And I'm going to help you. That equals, 19,500. And the only reason I know that so quickly is because I know the final answer, right? But okay, so now to isolate X, what are you going to do?
divide by
100.
so
And
would that be 100?
Smart way to
Nine-
divide.
yes, go ahead. He's going to tell you a smart way to divide here.
Smart way to divide like that number, since it has 2 zeros and also 100 has also 2 zeros, you can cross out the zeros. And 195 divided by 1 will always be the same number as 100.
Perfect. Good. And remember, with your answer, you have to make sure that you're using the appropriate unit of measure. In this case, the dollar sign, right? Good. Excellent. Good job. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to add? Or you feel good about it? Good. Okay. So we'll do some steps next then.
No. Do I write my steps?
So you can do steps one of two ways. I think that you can make the choice if you want to use the multiplying the original price by the 75%, or if you want to record how you did the proportion, whichever methodology you'd like to.
To me, the multiplying by like the original price was easier.
Okay.
But I just like needed to remember like if it was multiplication or division for solving like that type of problem.
Okay. And the key word for multiplication was what?
Huh?
The key word for multiplication was what? Remember when we looked? Of, right? That means to multiply. Oh, can we stop you for 1 second? What was it that you guys discussed that we actually did before we multiplied the original price?
Oh, we changed the fraction to decimal.
Right, you convert the fraction. You can just put a bullet above that, because that was an important part of getting where we needed to go. So just convert. Good.
And then, is there another step after that?
And then you did the multiplying.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Multiply the original.
Multiply the original price.
so if you multiply, you would get your answer. But if you did the if you did cross multiply, then you
Solve for x.
solve
Look, can we pop back to the second bullet? Did we multiply the original price with the percent taken off?
No, added. No,
We multiplied the original price with,
the decimal form of the percentage.
well, it wasn't the, we didn't take it off, did we? We took
added it?
25% off, right? So we multiplied the original price with the sale percentage, right? Or however you would like to say that, so you can remember it. What we're saying there is that we multiplied it times 25%, which we did not. We multiplied the original price with the sale percent, right? Good. And there's lots of ways you can do it. You just have to make sure that you pay really close attention to the question.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay, do you have, oh, yes, what do you have, Ebenezer?
you should say so when you multiply with decimal, you should multiply with how much digits behind the decimal. You should across with the answer you have. It's like if you get 19,500 as an answer, when you multiply with 0.75 last time with the other one, you would put it twice, and behind the digits 75 would be like 2 dots.
So what you could do is you could move your decimal over the same number of places. Okay. Okay, good. Did you have, any other questions? You feel good moving in?
Yeah. Now I know
Thank
like
you.
the strategy to like solving this type of question. Because there's a lot of questions like this on the SOL review, and I didn't know how to like do most of them. I forgot.
Okay, good. Awesome. Great question. Thank you.